Dear student of class 9th and 10th, today you will learn about modals in grammar lesson number 2, in which you will learn different modals and their use. As you know, verb, main verb and auxiliary verb. Verb, there are two kinds of verb. One, helping verb. Helping verb. Main verb. Helping verbs divided into are grouped into two parts. Primary, auxiliary. Primary, auxiliary verb and modals. Verb, according to their use, verb divided into two groups: helping verb, main verb. Main verb you know, verb come, sit, eat, sleep, all these words are main verb, and you have to learn in other chapter or in other topic about main verb, but today's topic is modal. So verb, helping verb and modal verb. Helping verb divided into two parts: primary, auxiliary and modals. Primary, auxiliary and modals. Because primary, auxiliary verbs are the verbs which are used to help the main verb. Not only but also used as main verb. This is a book. Here is an auxiliary verb and it is working as main verb. It is also used he is going. He is going. He is going, it is an auxiliary verb in which is helping the main verb going. Here it is helping verb, it is main verb here. Primary auxiliary verbs have two functions: to work as a main verb, to help the main verb. प्राइमरी ऑक्सिलरी का काम है मुख्य क्रिया के रूप में कार्य करना, सहायक के रूप क्रिया के रूप में कार्य करना. Primary auxiliary verbs changes its form according to the number and person of the subject. जितनी भी प्राइमरी ऑक्सिलरीज हैं, दे आर टोटल नंबर 24. बी, इज, एम, आर, वाज, वेयर, हैव, हैज, हैड, हैविंग, डू, डज, डिड, डूइंग, etc. All these words are primary auxiliary verb. And they change their form according to the number and person of a subject. If subject is plural, they are in plural form. If subject is singular, they are in singular form. We use he is a boy. We can't use he are a boy because he is singular, and we shall use is as a singular helping verb. In this way, all the primary auxiliary verbs helps subject in completion of any action according to the number and subject. If subject is singular, they are used singularly, and if subject is plural, it is used in plural form. But now the main points is modals. Modals are such auxiliary verbs, such helping verbs which doesn't change its form according to the number and subject. Modals नंबर और सब्जेक्ट के अनुसार चेंज नहीं होती. मॉडल्स, देयर आर 13 मोर मॉडल्स. करीब 13 मॉडल्स पढ़ने हैं आपके सिलेबस में, जो भी है एनीथिंग. शैल शुड, must, ought to, need, dare, etc. इसमें in this group of modals can, could, may, might, shall, should and other words are such, or words are in the group of modal verbs, and modal verbs are the verbs which expresses mood and manner. These are the modals because they explain or express mood and manner of such verbs like shall, should, must, ought to, need and dare. In this group, some of the modals verbs are known as semi modals. कुछ सेमी मॉडल कहा जाता है. And such semi modals are need, dare, used to, because they are used as main verb and auxiliary verbs as modal also. Now, use of shall or should. As you know, shall is used just in the simple form of future simple. I shall go to school, I shall play, I shall do my work, I shall complete it, all these things. And in this part of the verb modal shall used to complete function simply. Shall is used with I and you only. I और we के साथ ही केवल shall का प्रयोग होता है. We use will with other subjects, second person and third person, with all subjects. But other thing is that when we use shall with such verb, such subject, express, if we shall use with third person, use of shall with second and third person. If we shall use shall with second and third person means subject like you, they, he, she, it. If we shall use shall with them, it will use only to express command, threat, compulsion, promise, certainty, and such other things. He shall complete his work within 2 days. This sentence is assuring that completion of the work will done within 2 days. It is definite. It is narrating surety. You shall be fined if you do not pay in time. It is definite that if you will not pay in time, you will be fined. Shall also express determination. He shall have best education. Use with third person of shall, also express determination. Shall is also used for offering. If we offer something, shall I bring a cup of tea? It is a offering. So, for offering we use shall. In imperative sentences, we use shall we with question tag. Let us dance together. Let us shall we. Means sentence which are started with let are made question tag with the help of using shall we in the last. If sentence is positive, we use not here, and if negative, we use it without not. So, shall is used with question tag formation also. Now, past of shall. Past of shall is should. Past of shall is should. Should. Or negative is should not. Should not. Should, as you know, चाहिए के अर्थ में. Should not. Negative, नहीं चाहिए के अर्थ में. In this way, should is used past tense of shall in direct speech. In direct speech में अगर in case a sentence is in direct speech with shall, we use should at the place of shall. In direct speech में shall का प्रयोग, shall के बदले should का प्रयोग होता है. Secondly, he said me, if I should help him. If I shall, I should help him. To express duty, advice, obligation, sensible action. Should is also to express advice, obligation, sensible action. Should का प्रयोग we use to advise anyone. You should take exercise daily. It is advice. We use should. He should speak truth. For purpose also we use should. Work hard lest you should fail. So, should is used to express duty, advice, obligation, sensible action, and purpose also. Should is also used when we change shall into indirect speech, in narration. Now, must not. Must not. Must is also चाहिए के अर्थ में, but it is इट एक्सप्रेसेस श्योरिटी ऑफ समथिंग, कुछ खास चीज़ों की निश्चितता के बारे में डिस्क्राइब करता है. इट एक्सप्रेसेस अबाउट श्योरिटी ऑफ डूइंग सम एक्शंस और डूइंग समथिंग और completion of any work or completion of any project, function, etc. It is when we use must, it also expresses surety of doing anything. Must is, and its negative is must not, to explain if anything is surely not be done. However, it is used to express duty, obligation, compulsion, content, strong belief, necessity. It is used to express duty, necessary duty, obligation, compulsion, certainty, strong belief, and necessity. Example, you must do your work, means your work must be done surely. All must die sooner or later. All must die. It is perfect, it is definite. All must die. To express determination, we must reach the playground in time. It also expresses determination. You must reach the playground in time. You must not disturb your class. अवश्य आपको अपना क्लास डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहिए. Must not. It is evident. It is necessary. Means it describes determinations and necessity of any actions. To express possibility, logical necessity. You must take exercise to keep healthy. You must take exercise to keep healthy. It is a expression, possibility and logical necessity. So, the other modal words is out to. Out to is also just similar to it, and it is used to express duty, moral or social binding. Out to is used to express, out to का प्रयोग ड्यूटी, कर्तव्य, मोरल और सोशल बाइंडिंग, सामाजिक बंधन, नैतिक बंधन या इस तरह के एक्शंस को जो किसी तरह बॉन्डेड हैं उनके एक्सप्रेशन में. इन द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ सच थिंग्स वी यूज आउट टू. यू आउट टू सर्व योर पेरेंट्स. इट इज़ आवर ड्यूटी, moral duty to serve our parents. We can also use should at the place of ought to. Ought के बाद to के बदले में should का भी प्रयोग कर सकते हैं. अगर इसमें निगेटिव बनाना हो तो ought to के बदले ought not to. इसको ऐसे भी लिखेंगे ought not to. ought not to. अगर कहेंगे इफ वी शैल से यू शुड नॉट, यू आउट नॉट टू रिफ्यूज योर पेरेंट्स. यू आउट नॉट टू रिफ्यूज, यू आउट नॉट टू रिफ्यूज योर स्टडी. You ought not to neglect your class. ये moral responsibility, it is a moral responsibility to attend your class, to learn your lesson, all these things. In this way we can say ought to is used to express duty, moral, social binding, and such other things. At the place of ought to or ought not to, we can use should or should not to. We can't use must, because must expresses surety or certainty of some actions, and that is why our should and ought to are similar to each other in use, but must is a special expressing certainty and such other things. You must do your work. All must die sooner or later to express determination. We must reach the playground in time to express possibility and logical necessity. You must take exercise to keep healthy. Now, the other word is dare, need. Need comes in a group of group of need not. Need and need not. Need, जरूरत, आवश्यकता. I need your help. I need your help. Here, need is the main verb, and I need your help. In this way, need is the main verb. In case, always I need not money. In negative form, not is used after need to make the sentence negative, and it is also used tense needed your help. I needed your help. You will need my help. You will need my help. In this way, need is a semi-modal, and it is used to explain or express both main verb and auxiliary verb to explain it. Yes, some of the models like can, could, may, might. सेल शुड हो गया, वी लोड. As you learn that shall, use of shall, but now use of will not, would not, will not. Will is used with second person and third person subjects in simple future tense. He will play football. Boys will read their lesson. They will complete their lesson, etc. And will is also used to express such things with second person and third person for simple future. And when we use will with first person singular plural I and we, जब will का प्रयोग I और we के साथ करते हैं तो इट्स एक्सप्रेशन चेंजेज, इसका एक्सप्रेशन चेंज होता है और इट एक्सप्रेसेस प्रॉमिस, रिसोल्यूशन, डिटर्मिनेशन, ऑर्डर, थ्रेट, ऑफर, etc. I will return your book tomorrow. It is perfect that it is sure that I will return your book. You will go to Delhi. We will fight to the last. We will fight to the last. Will is used to express request. Will is also used to express request. प्रार्थना के लिए भी will का प्रयोग होता है. Will you please open the window? Will you please open the window? It is a request to opening the window. Will or shall is used. Will or shall used in interrogative sentence for intention of or wish, to express wish. We also use shall or will. Shall I take the test again? Will you allow me to take your pen? In this way, request, expressing request, we use also will or shall. However, the use of would not, to express past time of will or shall, it is used to express past form of will or shall. First, suggestion, polite request, would you mind opening the window? It is a polite request. Would you mind to opening the window? Would you mind to opening the window? And also to express wish or desire. In case of we want to express or to say something and it is our desire or wish, we use would. I would like to explain my points. I would like to say something before you. To express determination. I would never leave you in bad condition. It is an expression of determination. If you want to express your determination, we use would. I would never leave you in bad condition. To express preference. In case of explaining your preference, I would rather have a cup of milk than tea. It is a preference of getting milk than tea. To express habitual activity, etc., we use would. Now, can and could. Can't, couldn't. Where to use can't and couldn't? कैन नॉट, कांट भी लिखते हैं इसको, वी राइट पास्ट ऑफ कैन इज कुड, couldn't, can is the expression of power, ability, capacity, efficiency. अपनी शक्ति, बल, प्रदर्शन, क्षमता इत्यादि दिखाने के लिए कैन का प्रयोग होता है. कैन इज यूज. I can play very well, I can speak English, I can run very fast, this pot can hold 5 liters. All these examples are the expression of can. And it also expresses theoretical permission, possibility, theoretical possibility. Can is used to express theoretical possibility, habit or nature. Example, anybody can make mistake. It is a theoretical possibility that anybody can make mistake. So, we use can in theoretical possibility. Habit or nature, to express habit and nature. He cannot be polite. If anyone is so proud that he cannot be polite, we can say he cannot be polite, he never be polite. Use of could. He cannot be polite. Could. Could is the past form of can, and when we change from direct to indirect, can is replaced by could. We use could in indirect speech also. Past tense of can in reported is changed into could in reported speech. Polite request, could I consult you? For polite request it is less polite also. हालांकि could का यूज़ may और might के यूज़ से कम polite होता है, फिर भी इसका यूज़ कम polite के लिए होता है. It is used for polite request, could I consult you? Probability, it expresses probability also. I had money. If I had money, I could buy a car. In this way, now use of may. Use of may. May not. Might not. May, as we know that so novel words explaining, it expresses permission. May I come in, sir, as you call in your class. May I come in, sir? May I drink water? May I go out? And such other requesting words, sentences are made using may. So it is used for permission. Possibility, it may rain today. He may come today. She may pass the exam. May is also to wish something for others. May God bless you. May God bless you. If you wish something best for others, we use may. Wish, purpose. We eat, for expressing purpose, we also use may. We eat so that we may live. Use of might. Might is used to explain as the past of may also. It is, if in direct speech may is explained, we use might at the place of may to change the direct into indirect speech. He said that he might take my bicycle. It also expresses possibility. Example, he might come today. It also expresses permission. It also expresses permission. Might I use your pen? In this way, you have completed your modal verbs as explained in chapter 2. All modals are used to express the mood and manner of the verb or sentence, to explain something special. Modals are used in the same form with singular or plural subject and number also. So modals are special auxiliary verb. We can learn it easily, but its use is specific, and there is something special to learn about it, to keep different between one modal verb to other. I think you have learnt it very well, and you will complete the chapter, all exercises of chapter number 2. As I have already taught you tense, and you have completed your homework also. In this chapter you will also complete all exercises. For learning more, I shall try to give some exercises on the blackboard to give a better understanding and learning of this lesson for you. Thank you. Completing this lesson.